Ladies and gentlemen, I have been waiting for the right time, you know? Life was like, whoosh, and I was like, bah! You know, I had it with a little counter, man. You know, shout out to my Epo fans out there, the Bloody Cross, you know what I'm saying? But we're back, man. We're back with the promised Neverland. Awesome sauce, man. This series has been on my mind for the past week. I mean, it's been on my mind since the last time I read it, but specifically in the last week, man. It's been on my mind, and I really wanted to get something in. But tonight is the night, man. Tonight is the night. I said, you know, because I was trying to wait until I had like enough to do like a long reaction, because I can tell by the way things are going, it's gonna get insane. I want to do a lot of chapters, but I can no longer wait for that. So I'm going to do the normal of what I want to do. We're going to do chapters 29, chapter 30, and chapter 31. I'm going to get a triple done tonight. And because it's another one of those late night recon reactions, man. Shout out to the greatness. But I have to do it, man, for the awesome sauce, for the great. Look at this. I love this series, but it's beautiful. The greatness, man. So without further ado, let's go. And the cover page for chapter 29, Lying Low Part 2, is the main three's hands on top of each other, you know, showing the trust that each of them have. I have not forgotten what happened. You know, the last time that we saw, or the last thing that we saw in chapter 28 was Norman disappearing. So we'll see what happens there, man. We'll see what happens there. But it's just every single time I come on here, I see the same thing. But I absolutely love this series' cover pages. The cover pages for The Promised Neverland are amazing. Yeah, they truly are, man. I mean, they capture the atmosphere perfectly for a chapter. It's truly astonishing in the way that they're able to do it. No matter what happens, we'll be fine as long as the three of us combine forces. The awesome sauce, man. Friday, November 3rd, 1:08 p.m. Pretend to escape and disappear. Don't worry, everything will definitely work out. Yo, seeing Emma and Ray again, dude, in the flesh. Feels like it's been a long time, when in reality it's only like 2 weeks, but still, it feels like it's been a long time. It really has. We see Isabella there in the back. Norman. And Norman is jetting, man. I don't know where he is, but it looks like he's carrying something. This is the new rope. I'm sorry that this is all we can do to help you. Thank you, Don and Gilda. He's in front of the wall. Are we gonna be able to see what's outside the wall? Look, Norman, the trees are taller than the wall. Perhaps it's so that the wall would be hidden to us by the trees. Works perfectly for us. And he goes and he climbs right up it. With this, we'll be able to climb. First, you've got to make your way up. And he's over here on some Attack on Titan stuff, man. Talking about some... You know, he's got a little thing that they wear in that show. He's talking about some... You know, the little sound that thing makes in their back. And he's like flying from one location to the other location, playing with some Spider-Man stuff. And it was... Oh, man, he's running on the wall, man. I swear. I'm trying to remember that one game that allowed you to transition and look, like whenever you ran on the wall, like the perspective would change. Flag nerds, man. You know, every single time I do this, it's like, why? Because then it's gonna bother me. Now it's just gonna bother me. It's like, what game is that, man? The one whenever it changes perspective, whenever you go up and you run on the wall, you can stay on the wall, go down, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Make your way up, and we see Norman going right up, man. And all the way from the bottom, going, and he looks like he lands on top. Yo! And there we go. A striking panel of Norman's shadow, followed by Norman himself, looking out into just trees, just the wilderness. And you see just the sky right there. Yo, this is an amazing panel, man. What is Norman seeing? And he looks down. Whoa, what is he seeing out there, dog? Oh, what's up? He's not here. Norman's not here. She found out. It's no use. The signal should be completely gone by now. Mama's convinced that Norman wouldn't run away because I have a broken leg. But Norman won't be returning. Wait till you see the evidence to experience what true panic feels like. Everyone go back inside for now. Search all you want. You'll never find Norman. We'll make sure to keep him perfectly hidden. We won't let you ship him out. And it looks like she's a little confident though. Look at this face. This it doesn't appear to be the face of someone that's lost their composure, of someone that has just let something sneak past them. It appears that like she was onto this thing the entire time, which of course doesn't surprise me because it's Isabella. She's freaking Lord Eisen out here. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? Norman! Didn't we just see him on top of the wall? Norman. Why? What? Why did you come back? And he goes straight up to Isabella. What were you thinking? You'll die if you stay here any longer. Get out of here this instant. Don't even tell me. Is what he saw beyond the wall so insane that he decided the best course for measure would be to stay here? Because we transitioned away the very moment that he looked out. When the very moment that he looked out, we saw Emma going and talking to, or Emma, analyzing the situation, going on with Isabella, and Isabella immediately finding out that Norman was not there. So what you're telling me, that has to be the only logical explanation, that Norman, whatever he saw out there, was just so insane that he would rather come back and act as if like whatever, go right up to Isabella and go up to the kids smiling. Did you see his eyes? Go back. I gotta go back one page. Look at that. Oh man, this is such a gorgeous panel right here because you see him in the same position, the shadow coming out. You see nothing but the sky and the wilderness behind him. And but look at Norman's eyes. What did he see, bro? I refuse. I have no intention of doing so. What? More importantly, listen to me. We have no time. I have to give you a quick report of my investigation. The wall has a cliff. It looks like an abyss. The other side of that wall, that depth, was definitely not something we could figure a way around. A cliff. So if it's a cliff, then that would mean that they were separated on purpose. Whenever they created these buildings and they created these walls, to separate all of them from whatever's out there, from like whatever's going on with the demons and whatnot. Whatever happened with this cliff has to be it has to tie into that. And I understand that it's I mean, at this point it's probably obvious that it was done on purpose. But what I mean is that this cliff being there and what caused this cliff created this massive cliff. Because what it looks like here, it looks like it has no end, but at the same time with little white specks, kind of looks like there's dirt down there. But I can't really tell from this angle. Beautiful perspective shot, by the way. But I can't really tell from this angle that the wall was a cliff. You see that it looks down, you just see, darkness. Can you imagine looking down and seeing that when you thought you were going to escape? Like, I think I would feel much more safe. Or not even much more safe, honestly. I equally would be as bad. I was about to say I would probably feel equally as safe as like I saw just like a whole bunch of like the demons out there, right? And just like doing their thing. But at least like that you would at least have safe ground once you left. But no, there's a cliff right here. So if there's a cliff right here, they're gonna have to find a way in order to get around this thing. If there is even a way to get around it, because who knows that it could be like a moat. You know how back in the day, the whenever they would go into battle, they would have these moats filled with water that would go like all the way around the thing. So when the soldiers attempted to go and invade, they would fall into like this big pit of water and it would slow them down. And then the defensive side, they would just mow them down with like their archers and their weapons and whatnot. And it looks like there's a similar tactic being used. Well, not a really similar tactic, but that's the way that I see it. I see this being used strictly as a defensive mechanism, just to keep the situation in favor of the demons. You know, to keep this cliff. This cliff was made on purpose so that, you know, the moment that they would see this, they'd be like, yo. Like, and if they attempted to go down. But the thing is there has to be some sort of way that even with this cliff, that they can make it to the other side. Because I'm not sure if this thing goes on forever. Even if they were to fall, and I'm not saying they were to fall, but let's just say like if they were to get all the kids, they would get all the kids to go down one massive rope, and you have like all of them like right on top of each other. Would that still not be enough? Would they still not be long enough for it to get down to the bottom? I can actually see something like that happening. The other side of that wall, that depth was definitely not something we could figure a way around. Okay, so yeah, so he's specifically talking about the depth. Sister Cronin wasn't lying, but the demons weren't taking us lightly either. So instead of crossing the wall, I just ran across the wall to see where it would take me. There we go. When I finally arrived at a corner, what I found was another wall that split the corner in two. Each side was roughly a 60-degree angle. Yeah, it looks like an arrow. Is that, Yo, so that means it's pointing in that direction. It's kind of like telling me as a viewer that I need to look. I need to look and see what's happening over there. Or maybe that there's some sort of thing in that direction. That looks like an arrow to me, bro. The other side of the corner was, of course, still a cliff. When I stood dead in the middle of that of the corner, what I saw was a pretty much completely symmetrical view. Thanks to Ray, that didn't really throw me off. Here's the visual representation of how I speculate this entire area to look like. Oh, snap. It makes sense. It makes sense. When you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. So they're on top, or they're in the middle, surrounded by this cliff. It's like they have like their own civilization going on here. So they would need to legit go from over here into a completely, holy flag, this is even worse than I thought. Wow. Well, because when I saw the arrow thing, I was like, man, that must have been made on purpose in order, like by William Minerva or something, to like, shout out to Jane, but to look in a certain direction. But no, that is just the way the structure is. Yo, Norman's smarter than me, man. I would have never even thought of that possibility. Yo, because if you look at it in that angle, and if you continue running, it's true, because if he was in one corner and he continued to run, and run, and he ran into another corner, what he saw was the same thing, then it's obvious that all corners of this thing would have the same type of sides. You know, it's just it's basic geometry. So, man, but so this cliff is surrounding the entire thing. The plantations are adjacent to each other with a thick wall in between. This section directly west of the third plantation we are currently located in is probably where the HQ is located. The reason why I say this is because although each edge is surrounded by an incredibly steep cliff, I was able to spot a bridge connecting to the other side. A bridge connecting to the other side on the edge of just this segment of this structure. If you all plan to escape, do it through here. A bridge. But where does that bridge lead? That bridge has to lead into some sort of, into some nest. And it has to lead into some sort of, it cannot be safe. It cannot, there is no way. If there's only one way that you can travel from location to location, the other side of the location has to be heavily guarded, folks. Here we go, knock, knock. Norman, Mama's calling. Tell her I'm on my way. Oh my God, bro. Norman. You can have this back. I haven't used it, so it's still usable. Use it when it's your turn to escape this place. What is going on? Do you mean that you had intended to return here from the very beginning? That's right, the cliff has something to do with your return. You could have told us all of this information later on while you were supposed to be in hiding. You promised us. You said that you would live with us, so why? I know, sorry, but I lied. I can't afford to make any mistakes. I need to make sure that everyone else will survive. He doesn't care, bro. He's putting everyone else before himself, man. And it hurts because I remember when last time I read, you know, like he was saying to himself in the mirror, like, I don't want to die, yo. I want to live. I want to live on with them. Norman, bro. If I ran first, my plans would have been ruined. Escape after that would no doubt become a lot harder. Even a little more additional security has the ability to majorly get in the way of our plans, and so I don't want to risk becoming the cause of that. No matter what you tell me, it'll all be in vain. My decision will not change. I've accomplished everything I could within my abilities today. I'll leave the rest up to you. Make sure the escape is a success. This is the last time we're gonna do the not Norman, dog. And he hugs them. So warm. Nards. Thank you for everything up to now. Thanks to you two, I was able to thoroughly enjoy my life. I had so much fun. I was so happy. I felt so loved. Bro, stop. Damn it. Norman, do you still have time to change your mind, you know? Go hide in the forest now so you can run away with us later. I won't change my mind. I've already told you. Well, then I'll be off. They're both so naive. Ray seems to be the logical type, but he completely believed that I would keep my promise. Emma still hasn't realized that Ray's no problems. We'll refer to situations where only 5 of us will be escaping. I want you to be a part of our everybody, Norman. The world isn't nice enough to let us have everything we want. I don't want to let those 2 die, and I don't want to make Mama leave people behind either. We won't leave a single person behind. It's a dreamlike ideal, which is why everybody ends up giving up on the idea. But that's precisely why I want to be the one to break this standard. This is why I will refuse to give in to pressure. Sorry for the wait, Mama. This is why I have chosen death. No problem. That hurt, man. A part of me, like half of me, is saying he's gonna find a way out of this. This is just classic Norman coming up with his own way of like doing his thing. The other part of me saying, with the way that this manga's been written thus far and the way it's killing off characters, I would be surprised if Norman gets killed, man. Next chapter, whatever. Let's go. Chapter 30, Resistance. So long, everyone. Stay in good health. You too, Norman. Have a safe trip. Emma's feeling it. I feel you, Emma. Emma, where's Ray? The infirmary. He said he didn't want to come say bye to him. Can you blame him? I mean, technically they already said bye to each other, but can you blame him? Can you honestly? Unless, because he left behind something. Norman left something behind for Ray. So if Ray happens to, let's look. He said he didn't want to come say bye to him. And so we can't accept this. We can't let him go out like this. Norman is really going to die if we don't stop him right now. It's impossible. We can't stop him anymore. Those guys are probably already waiting at the gate. Mama's on high alert. Most of all, Norman himself has already made his decision. I know that he doesn't want to die. I know he must be feeling scared to death right now, and yet, yo, and in Emma's eyes, you see Norman. All the reason to stop him right now. No. If we make any stupid mistakes right now and the HQ finds out about our plans, he will truly end up dying in vain. There's nothing we can do. Absolutely nothing. Norman, bro. There's nothing we can do. Other than simply see him off in silence. The worst thing we could ever do to Norman is to let all of his efforts go to waste. He's doing everything for the sake of our family. I know, but I don't want to understand. It's like, I understand where Emma's coming from. It's like, we know that he's giving everything up for it, and, you know, if we end up messing up now, then all of us will end up dying, or like, his sacrifice will be in vain. But at the end of the day, you want to save him. Especially with Emma, the type of character we know that Emma is. Emma wants to save everybody. She doesn't want to let just a single one of them die. Let alone one of her closest, man. Let alone Norman. I have to grab a hold of him now, or else Norman will actually die. I can't let it happen. I can't let him die at all. I won't let him. And she hugs him. She jumps on him and hugs him. I'm going to distract Mama. Please run now. Oh, the transceiver! Emma goes down. You see the foot. Mama looks down. Norman. I don't know what happens, but Norman just like flips Emma over on the floor. You idiot! There's a limit to how reckless you can be. Distract Mama? Was she planning on slamming her wound? Bro, Emma's dedicated. Emma was planning on injuring herself again. And that device, if I didn't manage to react as quickly as I did, she would have ended up using it on me. Unbelievable. This isn't what you should be trying to accomplish right now. You have to focus on the bigger picture. Shut up. No, I won't let you go. Are they fighting? Or won't you listen? What you're doing right now isn't even close to what I want. What if you destroyed your foot to the point that it never really heals again? Then you'll never be able to escape. And this device, even after I made sure to not use it, she still brought it with her. It's not like I wanted to be shipped out right now either. But I want to protect everyone. This is my only option. I just want you to see me off with a smile. Please just respect my wish. No way. This is the one and only wish from you that I refuse to ever respect. Even more so because deep down, this isn't what you want for yourself, and we know that. We know that he wants to live. Who does? Who wouldn't? And but we saw it. The mangaka showed us through Norman's psyche. Even though we know Norman to be someone that puts others first, he himself does not want to die. He wants to live, man. He wants to continue living this life. I want to live. Look at that. This again, she's so reckless, so naive. You know, she's always so pure and straightforward that it nearly blinds me. She must have really wrecked her brains on this one. Though she's really truly reckless. Though she's reached a truly reckless conclusion in the end. How can I let him escape? How can I make him? How can I act so that he has no other option? But Emma just doesn't understand. The fact is that her carrying this much alone makes me feel incredibly grateful for my life. The fact is that her carrying this much alone makes me feel incredibly grateful for my life. It makes him feel alive. It makes him feel like this life that he has lived was worth it, man. To find out that someone cares this much about him. That someone truly cares about him to the point where they're doing all of this. Who wouldn't be happy in that type of situation? It may sound selfish, but you know what? As a human, I can understand where he's coming from. I can relate to that type of situation. Emma, you are the reason why I could continue to smile despite all of my fears and pains. You are the reason why I can continue to smile right now. And he grabs her face. Oh. And Isabella comes right up in there, puts the hat on his head, and he's like, it's time, Norman. Norman, dog, escape, do something. Please tell me this is a regular Norman plot, and like he goes over there, he finds one of the demons, and he does some Norman stuff, and he starts going in, bro. Please, and I know it sounds incredibly weird of me to say that, because like this isn't like any other regular show, like any other show, man, where there's superpowers. Or like supernatural abilities, like freaking like he's not gonna use like a spirit gun or a Jajanken or a Gomu Gomu no or a Getsuga Tensho. Like he can't do that. But Norman has his brain, man. Norman will be able to do something. I'm not believing him that Norman's dying, man. I don't want to buy it, bro. It's Norman. It's Norman. I don't want him to die, man. Wait, Emma, calm down. I understand that you'll miss him, but you're definitely overreacting. The next time you make a ruckus, I'll definitely kill you. Isabella! Your struggles are pointless. There's nothing you can do. Give up now. Straight up telling her. You continue to run that mouth, and I'm laying the smack down. I'm laying the smack down. I'm leaving Emma and Ray in your hands. And Liz looks at Dawn and Gilda. Lagnards. And we see Ray over there. Emma. Thank you, yeah. Sorry for deceiving you, yeah. Don't get any more hurt than you already are, yeah. Don't do any more reckless things, yeah. Make sure to keep eating, yeah. I'll leave the rest to you, yeah. It's all fine. Please don't. This panel hurts, man. This is one of those panels that hits home. When you don't see the eyes of a character. And you know they're struggling so hard to keep their emotions in. Those panels hurt, man. And then Norman's just holding her because he understands the pain, because he himself is feeling that pain. You know, sometimes I wish I could be like one of those people that like doesn't get attached to characters in a series, man. But you know, it's both a blessing and a curse, man. Like it allows me to get more emotionally invested into these series that I watch, but At the same time, man, it sucks when stuff like this happens, bro. It's the problem I have with Gintama, dog. Please, man, Norman, bro, find a way, dog. I'm so sorry that I'm able to see you off with a smile. I'm so sorry that I'm such a downer. Norman, thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for being you. Your trunk gets empty, isn't it? For the most part, at least. I mean, there isn't any point in bringing anything, is there? I knew you wouldn't run away. I knew from the start because I know how kind you are. You've done well. You haven't made any mistakes. Thanks to you, I'll be able to ship out Ray and Emma right when they reach their full potential. Being able to live within their destined time limit, full of happiness until the time comes. Yes, that is the best life those children could ever wish for. Hey, Mama, are you happy? Norman brought up the question. Yo, I'm so interested. From this thing by itself. Look at Isabel's reaction to this question. Hey, Mama, are you happy? And he looks shocked and immediately switches over. Yes, I am. And you see the stars behind her. I was able to meet somebody like you after all. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Norman, bro. Find a way. Please wait for a little bit in this room, darling. Ah, it's time. Emma, Ray, everyone. What happened? What happened? He looks up and he has like this. What? I was expecting to see a demon. 6 o'clock sharp. The day began with the morning bells chiming as usual. Morning, morning. Really, there are 37 siblings in this house. Good morning, Ray. Good morning. The city. What happened? Look at this. Norman looks down and he just says, what? What happened? It doesn't even show like him. It just leads me to believe he's still alive. That by itself leads me to believe he's still alive. 6 o'clock sharp. The day began with the morning bells chiming as usual. Currently there are 37 siblings in this house. Good morning, Ray. Good morning. In this seat he no longer. Chapter 30, resistance. Hold on. No, next page. There's something iffy here, dog. There's something iffy. Gone. You see Emma. Emma? She's hearing him. She's hearing his voices. Nah, bro, there's something fishy. Even though I know that he's gone, my eyes and ears can help but look for him. Norman is gone. It's agonizing to think about it. It sucks. It sucks, especially whenever you have someone that's been there with you throughout the entire journey, someone that was so close to you, not be there anymore. Whenever you see like the seat they used to sit in, their bedroom, their clothes, the things that they used to love to do, man, like that type of stuff, it's gonna kill you on the inside, man. What a cover page. Chapter 31, empty. And you see the sorrow in the eyes. They didn't even show Ray's eyes. They've been left in a world without color or sound. I'm not buying it. Unlike with Crone, and unlike with the person that died in the first chapter, we did not see an actual death. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that Norman got taken out. He saw something right there in the end, and something took place. But he was shocked. But something took place. But he's not dead. Emma looks down today again. It's not just Emma. Ray too. Can you blame them? They both must be feeling lonely. I mean, I guess those three really, really were close friends. Screw it all. Let's all just die here. It's like Ray's entire motivation for wanting to leave just left his body. It just left his body. We can't do this. We're on a cliff too high to jump off of. The only bridge that leads to the other side is connected to the HQ. And most of all, I'm tired. I'm just exhausted. Then what about this? Don't care. You can have it. Run if you'd like. I'm no longer part of the plan. Yo, he's depressed, bro. But he's just a child, man. He's just a child who lost one of his best friends. Can you blame her for feeling this way? Can you blame him in the slightest for feeling this way? I'm sorry, Emma. Emma! And she runs. Both Emma and Ray are acting like different people. Will we really be able to escape at this rate? Norman is no longer here. We're all a mess. There's no point in getting freaked out anymore. We'll just do our best on our own. What should I do? I can't. It's difficult to even breathe. I have to think. I have to try. Just my mind and body are refusing to work. I can't blame Emma, man. I can't. It's a natural reaction. She's only a child. That's right. Until now, I've always been able to work hard because I always had Norman on my side. Norman was always like that voice of reason, the voice of like giving that opinion or that idea that would like sprite up their motivations. But he's like, I don't want to believe he's gone, man. I don't. And I know that they keep building it up with like he's gone and like the last monologues or like the last minute pages and everything, the build up to it. But I did not see him get. Even Ray is now completely alone. Can I do it? Can we really help everyone escape and live? That's just so. I could never do anything useful. I couldn't even save Norman alone. It's impossible. What on earth could I? Norman, without you, I can't do a thing. My leg hurts, but my chest hurts even more. But I have to stop, snap out of it, move. Here's Isabella, bro. What is she gonna... Haven't you done enough? I did at least knock, you know. Did you not hear me, perhaps? You poor thing. And she hugs me. It's like, I want to punch her, but as a fan of heels, you must be suffering. Norman died. So it's official? I didn't see it. I didn't see it with my own two eyes. I did not see it with my own two eyes. Ray refuses to do anything. And with just you alone left, there's nothing you possibly do. You've lost your wings, realized that you're trapped, and lost your pillar of moral support on top of it all. You poor thing, I can only imagine your despair. Look at her face. You must accept that escape attempts are futile at this point. Give up already, darling. The only way to cure this pain that's making you suffer so much is to simply give up. You must accept your fate to save yourself. It'll work like a charm. You'll be feeling great in no time. Conflict will always hurt. You must understand what you can and cannot change. Emma, you know, if only you were completely willing, I would gladly recommend to the higher-ups that you become a candidate of this plantation's next mama. A candidate for becoming a mama? That's right. You'll get to grow up, give birth to Isabella's an actual mother? Give me 1 second. Hold on, let me finish this chapter. I have to blow my nose. You'll get to grow up, give birth to... That hasn't been stated, right? That hasn't been stated before in this series. That is massive information. And if they deem your abilities worthy, you'll be able to return to a house as a mama or sister. And they've said this before. They said this before, how they want Emma to be a mama. But I did not know that she gave birth to someone. Who was her child? Who was Isabella's child? Who is Isabella's child? You're a special child that has the right to obtain this option. If you so wish, I would gladly whip up a strong recommendation for you. Who in their right mind... I bet I can guess what you're thinking. Who in their right mind would wish for that? But Emma, think. What would better be... What better could you possibly accomplish? You can't do a thing. You can't save a single life. You just continue to curse your fate until the day of your death. Live, Emma. Live on and pursue your career as a mama. Accept your situation and be at ease. Reckless ideals, your naive sense of justice, an impossible escape. Your will to go against a fate you can't change. Become a mama and give up on everything else. Let yourself feel better, Emma. Never give up. You know, come on, Emma, Joe. Say it right to her face. Tell her that you're never gonna give up. No, that's the one thing I could never do. Fine then, struggle all you want and die when the time comes. You won't get away. I nor any of the others will allow that to happen. Let it sink into your stubborn mind as you continue your futile attempts. It's like she looks, because you know that Isabella herself must have gone through something similar to this. She looks down at Emma and how much pain Emma is in, and you see like the face she's going through. It's like she herself has this act. That's why I find Isabella to be such an interesting character, because it feels like she does not want them to get hurt, right? Like of course she grew up in the same system as them, which is why like I consider her to be such an amazing, like I said, such an interesting character, because she must have gone through a very, very similar scenario. Now with her having a child though, what did they do to that child? What did they do to that child? Like when she gave birth to the child, did they just give it to the demons? Like that's it? Like you have to sacrifice and give your child or to the demons? Is that what it is to become a mama? But who's the pops? Is it his specific pops? Like is this one man that's doing all this? I don't know, man. I don't know, but one thing's for sure with this panel right here in the corner, because with what Norman asked, well, are you really happy? In the little slight panel right there, in this slight panel right here, with the way this mangaka does things, doesn't waste a single panel on anything. It just leads me to believe in more. And with the way that the first volume focuses on her backstory, it has to be that she's protecting them. I don't know, in this weird twist. Promise Neverland, dog. Let me go. What a foolish girl. You know that you have no other choice. You know that all you are doing is making yourself struggle. When Isabella says this, it kind of makes me feel like she's talking to her former self. I really believe that, yo. And Emma's just, she's in the fetal position talking about some think. It's impossible. There's nothing I can do. Emma. What is that? After that day, nothing. But time kept going on. Checkmate. 2 months later. A time skip. And we see checkmate. 2 months later. Sunday, January 14th, 2046. I don't remember if I've seen that date before. I'm sorry, I felt so caught off guard by that thing. 2 months later, and she still looks just as depressed as before. Ray, what are you doing up this late? Just saying bye to this house. This is the last day? It's your birthday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, tonight is my last night here. Tomorrow I'll get shipped out. Ray too? Hey Emma, did you seriously give up? You haven't actually given up, have you, Emma? Of course you didn't. Bro, but what is it? Like, what is the plan, bro? Like, I'm so confused. Like, the twists and turns of this manga is taking, like, a couple months. I'll be right back. Bro, dude, the entire time, because I had to go upload what I had onto my video editor, the entire time I'm sitting here and I'm looking at Emma's expression. Look at this expression. Dude, you can't tell me this expression isn't godly, dude. Look at this. Yeah. Dude, that's straight. Look at that. The hair covering one behind the eyes. He's like, I have a plan, son. Dude, I love this panel, man. I can't even, that right there is a level panel. I don't know why that panel's so good. Oh my gosh, dude. You haven't actually given up, have you, Emma? Yo, I don't understand what's going on. Like, these past couple of chapters have just been a blur to me, because, like, first, Norman disappears. And I thought we were going to go on this entire thing, right? But no, twists and turns. Goes right over. Norman goes out, finds what this place actually looks like from the outside. Then we switch over. Norman comes back, basically gives up. Or not really gives up, but, sacrifices himself, which I still don't believe he has, even though Isabella says that he died, which means she had to have seen that he died, but I didn't see the death with my own eyes, so I'm not believing that he's dead. So then they go throughout all that entire thing, and my mind is still trying to process the whole Norman stuff. And then Emma goes through a depression. Ray goes through a depression, of course, because they're kids. You see that everybody, the atmosphere, the entire tone of this orphanage right now has completely changed. Isabella goes on to tell freaking Emma to become a mama. And Emma basically tells her, You can stick that where the sun doesn't shine. We ain't giving up around these parts, baby. And she thinks, and then she just says, I can't do this. 2 months pass. Then there was a word checkmate, which I thought was being said by Isabella, which I still think is being said by Isabella, right? 2 months later, January. Now it's time for Ray's shipment. Let's go. Let's go. I know what time it is, but I'm sacrificing sleep. Sacrificing sleep. Chapter 32, Resolve, and you see Norman, Ray, and Emma on top of a bridge. I love this color page. Don't let go. This color page is being saved. This color page is being saved. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous, and it perfectly represents what is going on right now. Emma is hanging on to the final thread left to those three. Seriously, look at that. The final thread left to the memories with those three. Is Norman really dead, bro? Because those chapters, they were hitting home. They were really hitting home. Like the dialogue that was being said, that one panel with Emma being held by Norman, and like, just thinking about it gives me a little bit of chills. All right, come on, let's go. I don't care. Let's go. I've been waiting for this day. The time has come. January 14th, 2046, 11:38 p.m. Saying goodbye to this house. Yeah, it's your birthday tomorrow, isn't it? That's right. Tonight is my last night here. Hey, you haven't really given up, have you, Emma? Yo, let's look at Emma's expression. Dude, it's like she's focused, and she has like this little, dark side to her is the best way to put it, man. And we see Norman. He's gone. I let him leave. I couldn't do anything. No, grieve afterwards. You can mourn later. Think for Norman's sake. What is it that I need to do now? From now on, Mama will control us directly. Without using Ray, she'll restrain us directly. If that's the case, Mama will definitely do surveillance. She'll watch us herself. The number one objectives are me and Ray. So what I should be doing right now is nothing. Hide our fangs in our claws. It's genius. It's genius because she knows that she's gonna be watching at all times. So if she makes Mama believe that they give up, so they both act depressed. Oh, it's a genius plan. It is a genius plan. From Neverland. It's a genius plan because even for me, like I was wondering, I was like, I was mad confused, and I'm the viewer, and so Emma intentionally acted on nothing and just thought, and just thinking, but not acting at all. Now is the time to act. Now is the time to go into like somewhere. And I know what it is that Mama will see. Information isn't just about words. Yo, and I gotta see this photo. Dude, Emma's seriously become one of my favorite main characters. And just in general. I love Emma, bro. I love Emma. Look at this. Isabella looks down, and Emma's looking back with like the eye of the tiger, son. Dog. Our plans and our goals, don't let her see them, and don't let Almost watching every little move, the slightest reaction. Don't be distracted. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I should do. It's painful. It's frustrating. All I want to do is grieve. Give up and let yourself feel better. But it's all going to be fine. Never give up, okay? Did Norman really die, bro? Nah, I'm not gonna believe it, man. I'm not. There's no way I'd give up now. I will not let Norman's death be in vain. I'll fool them all. Without fail, I'll outwit Mama and I'll make this escape a success. That's right. I haven't given up. And you haven't either, have you? That's right. In the end, we were thinking the same thing. Pretend to have given up while proceeding with the escape. It's like, even in death, even with a supposed death, they still use that. Even though they're kids, these are kids, guys. These are children. And even with the death, even with the grief and the pain that they must be feeling, they still proceeded to move forward with the escape. Why? Because that way Norman's sacrifice will not be in vain. And they use that. They use... this series, seriously, right now, in terms of from a strategy, from like getting in your head standpoint, God, I mean, yo, How are they doing this at 12? How? I was playing hide and seek when I was 12, son. Well, probably not. Well, yes, I was. Yes, I was. But like, when I was 12, I already had like a capable brain. But still, they're 12, man. They're 12. Like, you look back to where you were when you were 12, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Pretend to give up while proceeding with the escape. Let's run away, Ray. That's what I came here to talk to you about. Good timing. I also have something I want to talk about. After all, with Mama's eyes on us for the past 2 months, we haven't been able to speak freely. Yeah, I didn't want Mama to notice my real goal anyway. Your real goal? Mama's hard to beat. We were always being watched. She'd never loosen her vigilance. Even though you and I did nothing at all during that time, she never stopped watching us. That's how cautious she is. But if that's how things are, we can make use of them. If I'm able to make her watch me closely, it means I can deflect attention from others who are not me. You mean Dawn and Gilda? So that was your goal. No matter how strong her defenses are, she only has 2 eyes, and she spends more time and resources to polish us. She's forced to spend less on others. Everything that needs to be done, I've left it up to them. They started doing practice drills. Yo, Emma's a genius. So how far have they gotten? We have tools, food, and supplies. We have tools, food, supplies, and things to protect us from the cold, all squirreled away and ready to go. Wow, nice going. So what's left is the method. How do we run away? I've got a good idea for that too. Let's escape this place tomorrow afternoon. Wait, you want to escape during daytime? That's not going to work. The situation isn't what we thought it was. In my opinion, it has to be done at night. Take a seat, I'll tell you what I think. So here's the thing. Beyond that wall is a cliff. There's no way to climb down. If you're going to escape, it has to be by the bridge. However, there's only one bridge and it leads straight to headquarters. Those are the circumstances we've been placed in. So there are 2 problems here. Number 1, Mama's eyes. Number 2, security on the bridge. Bro, I'm telling you, even just like what he's talking about with the whole security thing on the bridge. Even if they make it to the bridge, if they were to make it to the other side of the bridge, there has to be a reason why that bridge is there in the first place. On the other side of that bridge, it has to be something crazy. And when there's something crazy, that means there's a lot of eyes on that thing. There has to be mass amounts of security on the other side of that bridge, or on that bridge in general. When you say Mama's eyes, you mean the fact that she's always watching us and the fact that she's always carrying one of our siblings, correct? That's always the case in the afternoon, and at night they sleep in her room with her. That's right. So at the time of escape, you've got to shake off her attention or you won't make it. And if you can't get her to let go of the kiddos, it's going to be hard to escape with everyone. Next is the bridge's security. There's only one route, and it's likely that if there's a big fuss caused during the escape, security will probably rush to that point. Even if that doesn't happen, you'll be right in front of the headquarters. Exactly. That place is probably crawling with those monsters. That's exactly what I was stressing. Exactly what I was stressing. In short, if Mama manages to stop you, it's over. If word gets out to headquarters that you're trying to escape, it's over. If they find you on the bridge, it's over. Frankly, one would think we should just give up. It's impossible. So what should we do? I think it's best for us to make use of this. What is that? Oil. Tonight, let's set this house up. They're gonna burn the place? You think we should set this place on fire? Well, Mama's basically trying to put out the flames so we can take everyone outside under the guise of evacuation. Yo! That's genius, because they're not coming back anyway. They're not going to come back anyway. At the same time, we've got to stuff up the keyhole in the basement door with dirt or something like that. Then she won't be able to send out the alarm. This way, we'll be able to make headquarters think it's just a fire and not a breakout. This way, any security won't be focused on the bridge, at least for a while. It's also easier to conceal yourself at night. If we're going to do this, it has to be at night. As a bonus, I prepared a little something else. 10 Molotov cocktails. That kill streak sucks in Call of Duty World War II, by the way. 10 Molotov cocktails. They're in the forest, hidden in the shadow of that blind spot boulder. Firebombs? I've had 6 years to prepare for this. Don't underestimate me. Yo, don't underestimate Ray. Ray's been building this up for years, dog. Anyways, you're moving towards the bridge. Throw them into the other plants. If all this goes well, this facility, plant number 3, as well as some of the others, will catch fire and be able to split their attention. Because it's night, there won't be anyone in the forest and no one will get hurt. Now, don't say tomorrow any longer. Let's escape right here. now. Are they really gonna escape right now, bro? Can you do it? Don and Gilda are probably still awake at this time. All our siblings can move. They practice lining up and running together during those drills. And your leg? It's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot about the leg. Alright, in that case, let's make this happen. Ray, it's fine. This place, the dining hall, is as far as you can get is as far as you can get from the kids' room. They can get out before the fire reaches them. Move. If I'm being honest, in the end, I'm against leaving with everyone. I think it's impossible. There's that cliff, and on top of that, if you're going to bring anyone, I'd draw the line at Don and Gilda. You should at least leave the infants behind, for both your sake and theirs. But you won't listen if I tell you not to, and it's still better than you refusing to leave and stay behind. Far better than that. So I won't say any more. In the end, you decide for yourself. What are you doing? Go and get Don and Gilda. Say, Ray, I've only just thought of this, but even if there's a fire, what if Mama just abandons the building? I didn't even think of that possibility. Like, seriously, what is this building to Mama? Unless this was like the very building, like let's just say that I don't, like I said, it's been a while, so since I read the last couple of chapters, so I wouldn't be able to know. But let's just say that this place right here is the same place where she herself grew up, like Emma. Maybe it has like some sort of emotional attachment to her in that type of way. But aside from that, really, if they were to burn down the house, would she really focus on turning down the fire, or would she immediately realize that it was immaculate, or like an attempt to escape? Like, knowing Isabel, she probably wouldn't care. She could just get another house, right? It's possible that she might just give up on putting out the fire and instead turn her attention to us, the goods, right? So you realized. So Ray already thought of this? You're right, that's certainly true. That possibility also exists. Just starting a fire isn't enough. If we don't have Mama's hands tied with certainty, we won't be able to craft our chance to get away from her. But it's not a problem, I've got an idea. It's really simple, actually. All we have to do is this. We see a light. Ray just covered himself in gasoline! Brilliant, isn't it? There's no way she'd abandon a full score with the cream of the crop burning in front of her. Are you serious? I've been waiting for this day. I decided this a long time ago, years and years ago. I know it's a childish revenge. You know, Emma, I never liked studying or reading to begin with. But I put up with it. I worked hard and raised myself up. I raised my own value to be first class. Me, this long-awaited feast, 12 years in the making. On the next Dragon Ball Z. To be plucked tonight. This highly anticipated harvest before your very eyes. Don't start to think I'll let anyone eat me, you got it? But just don't start to think that Anne will be eating me, you know? Food stuff? Goods? Who gives about that? I'm human. Chew on that, why don't you? It's like Ray's trying to do the same thing as Norman, just in a different way. Sacrifice himself, but for Ray, it's straight up revenge. Through Ray, is straight up, this is what he's been wanting to do for a long time. And it's something that he is determined for, you know? I didn't expect it to be this, of all things. To put himself on fire? Good God. Anyway, this is fine. This is how it should be. This whole time I've led my own family go to the slaughter, using them as stepping stones for my own purposes, even though they were all good and kind. Excuse me. Wait! Don't move. Oh, God. Don't tell me I have to go through another one of these, man. Listen up, Emma. You only get one chance. Do this well. Don't tell me that Emma's gonna be by herself with everyone, bro. It's like I expected to go through this entire Promised Neverland journey with both Norman and Ray, and now neither of them are gonna be here, man. And I'm still not over it. I still don't believe Norman's dead. No, Emma's gonna stop. Emma's gonna stop Ray. Emma's gonna stop Ray. Norman's life and my own. Don't let them go to waste. I'm begging you. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. You can have this. This is... I took these with that camera from before. They're kind of dark, though, since I took the flash out. Oh, my God. Pictures of my family. Of everyone. Norman and freaking Emma. His bastard. It's time. With this, I'm 12 years old. It's a life I've cursed. But the time I've spent with you guys was so much fun. Stop! Don't do this! Thanks. Bye, Emma. Don't... Bro, Emma, man, slap that shit out of him! He did it. Ray did it. What it... Good God. Man. Look at that straight up flame. Massive explosion. The chair, everything. And there it goes. He set it off. He himself set it off. He set off the explosion. And now they have to escape. And now Emma has to escape. But if you're Ray, man, if you're Ray and Norman, if you're Emma right now, even if they do manage to escape, how do you feel? Well, number one, this is going to lead to some massive motivations for Emma. Because her two best friends gave up their lives to ensure that she stayed alive and with everyone else in the family. I wanted to say that Norman and Ray would go. I'm still not sure about Norman. I mean, for any other series in this magazine, I would say Ray's still alive. But with the way the series is, man, there's no supernatural powers. I wouldn't find Five Stars supposed to survive the flames. He's not Makoto Shishio. He's not Ace. God. What is going on? He legit blew himself up. It's like he's atoning for everything that he's done. Playing a Vegeta. Alright, you know what? Next chapter, man. I gotta find out what happens. I can't leave off with something like that, dog. As much as I don't even... 2 deaths. 2! The characters that I care about, man. I care about Ray. I care about Norman. January 14th. Tomorrow will finally be the day of Ray's harvest. It's already been 12 years. Or shall I say that it's finally been 12 years. I wonder how many years has it been since the last time I've shipped out a product at its peak frame. Not only that, but a special ordered product made specifically to offer to... There's that weird writing again at the Defari. There's no way I can screw this up. We see the door. These past 2 months, both Ray and Emma have truly haven't done a single thing. Even down in Gilda don't seem to be doing anything too outrageous. How is she going to react to the fact that Ray just blew himself up? Those children don't have a single move left up their sleeve. As long as tomorrow ends, know that's precisely why I can't allow myself to let my guard down until then. I'll just pull an all-nighter tonight, and just to be safe, I should probably walk around the house too. Ray! Here we go. And Mama's running. Ray, the stench. Oh my God, didn't she just... Bro, if Ray survives this, he's gonna look like Shishio. He's gonna, but he's The raging flames burn up their cursed fate, and there's Mama looking at all of it, and Emma's right there. Emma, move! Ray, 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 Emma, Mama, help! Ray's in there! What is this, a trap? A plan to run while fire distracts? No, this stench, her reaction, the transmitters. There's a signal coming from inside. This is no plan or trap. Ray truly is in there right now, burning in this fire. Unbelievable. This is his revenge. That boy actually set himself on fire. Life won't be able to ship him out tomorrow night. How foolish of me to think that he would execute this last form of resistance like this. What now? What about tomorrow's harvest? The Tefari. My plantation is the only one ready to harvest right now. I can't screw this up. I'll put it out the fire. I cannot abandon Ray. I need an extinguisher, and I also need to make sure the other children make it out safely. Mama, Gilda, lead your siblings outside. Please take care of the little ones in my bedroom too. Of course. At the very least, I must save the brain. Oh, yo, that's how much she cares about this harvest. She doesn't even care about the body. She just wants to make sure that the brain is intact. Emma, get back. Ray. Yo, and Emma hasn't even moved. Donna and Gilda are the ones that are making sure everybody's out of there. It's no good. This won't put out the fire. And the fire keeps spreading. Why aren't the sprinklers working? Was this also Ray's doing? The extinguisher won't help. I've got to open the fire hydrant instead. I also need to make sure the other kids are still safe. Emma! You need to get out of here too. At this rate, you'll also... Emma's gone. She's going with the plan. Emma, Jet, I understand that you want to stay behind. And for Norman, for Ray, but girl, move. Get out of there, Jet. Emma, she's nearby. Emma, it can't be. Did the smoke at her too? Emma, what's going on? Is that an ear? Bro, did she rip off her ear? Nah, there's gotta be something more. It wasn't just her. Those kids, what were they wearing on their feet? Shoes. Ray's out. Please tell me Ray. Please tell me Ray's still good. Oh, she's here. Emma, sorry for the wait. Everyone, we see all the kids. And is that Ray back there? That's Ray back there. Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah. How did Ray do that? How did Ray manage to make it out of there? 20 minutes ago. Bye, Emma. I knew it. I knew she was gonna slap that thing out of the way. What? Got it. Your poems. I've got a message from Norman. You can die wherever you want, but this isn't the place. I'll show you something great, so just shut up and come. Norman's still alive. Yo, I told y'all. Norman's still alive. Dude, this is the most feel-good, freaking chapter, man. Yo, I knew Emma wouldn't allow it. She flashed in front of that fire thing, knocked it out, and said, let me hold that thing like a mighty morphin. Your palms, I've got a message from Norman. You can die wherever you want, but this isn't the place. I'll show you something great, so just shut up and come. Norman's out there in the dark continent. Yeah! Bro, this manga is heavenly. It's gold. It's phenomenal. I'm blessed to be reading such a gold series. I really am, dude. The hell? He knew we would do this. We knew you would do this. Norman already figured it out before he even left. That's why he instructed me to be ready to stop you. I'm sorry, but I have no intentions of letting you die. And neither will Norman or any of the other kids. All of us will stop you at all costs. What do you mean, all of us? Emma, I got the things you asked for. Also, everyone is ready to go whenever you're ready. Thanks, Thelma and Lonnie. Okay, Ray, it's time to get changed. We'll explain later. Everything is according to Norman's plan. Let's escape together, Ray. The thingamahu that he got from Crone. That Norman got from Crone. Oh, no. We're continuing. Screw time, man. I'll go to work without sleep. We're gonna read some more Promise Neverland. You better believe it. Are you done changing? Okay, sit there next. Norman's plan starts to split spiral into notion. I just gotta know how, because I knew something was off. I knew something was fishy because we never saw Norman's official death. Like we never saw like his heart being pierced like by and the flower coming out like we did for Crone. So it all goes back to that one thingy, the thingy that he got from Crone. It all goes back to the thingy because that's what it just showed us. Yo, that was such an amazing moment. Emma was like, I've got a message from Norman. Let's go, dude. Yo, this is what I love about manga. This is what I love about stories, man. When you're legit so shook that you don't know what's happening anymore. They hit you with a 180, slap you in the face and say, I still got you, yo. I still got you. That was some goat stuff, man. I mean, like I said, I was shook. I didn't even know what was going on. Are you done changing? Okay, sit there next. But am I? And Emma just slaps the hell out of Ray. Quit planning on dying, you stubborn son of a brick. Cut the rubbish and just escape with us. Emma, we're done. Come on. Oh, it's your replacement. Norman says it's easier to fool her this way. Apparently the smell will be pretty realistic. Those braids, Anna gave them to us. Now all that's left is your tracker. I'll get it out, so here, show me your ear. What's going on? Are they all in on the plan? Now they all saw right through me? Norman's plan? What the hell's going on right now? Let's begin, Norman. And you just see the whole house just goes up into flame. Now let the fated escape begin. Ray plans to die. It's all in order to ensure that you two won't get killed. You two? Ray clearly isn't counting himself in the mix. He has no intention of running. His plan has always been to die right here. But why? Well, no matter, all I need to focus on is stopping him right now. Judging from his personality, I doubt he's the type to let himself get shipped without causing a scene. He's definitely up to something, but what? How does Ray plan on dying? And then he finds the thing. Fire, huh? I think I'm starting to understand. In other words, he's planning to start a fire. If he ends up burning up with the fire, he'll definitely manage to successfully distract Mama. Ray's plan, what an incredible trump card. I'm still impressed at how much preparation he's put into this too. It's a good plan. As long as Ray doesn't end up actually dying, we can definitely use this. And that is whenever he looked out into the wilderness. That's whenever he was looking out. That's what he was thinking of when he looked out into the wilderness. It's like everything's just coming together. It's making sense. Dearest Emma, below I have written out the rest of our plans from this point forward. Our escape date will be in 2 months, likely the night before Ray's birthday. Let's use the fire Ray starts, save Ray, outsmart Mama, and run with all of our siblings. Details will be included below. Don't worry, we will succeed. Nobody knows of our true plans, and we still have time too. But what about Norman? How did Norman leave? How did Norman escape? Right? Like, how did he? On top of that, I managed to get a hold of the ultimate trump card. Are those keys? What the hell is that? It looks like little... I mean, I see the thingy that Crone had. The thing right here, but on top of it, there's like 2 little stones with like keys engraved in them. A key mold. This would be some from Sister Crone. I'll lend you the key. I'll teach you how. Will you? Yo, the WM. That's gonna say. I received a comment today that said that WM must stand for William Minerva. 2 months of preparation. We still have much to do. Please take care of Ray and everybody else. Everything's according to Norman's plans. Sorry for the wait, guys. Emma. Wait, bro. Did you make sure to destroy your transmitters? Yeah, Emma, we need to treat your ear. Thanks. I'll have you take care of that for me later. But for now, let's run. It's time, guys, to the wall. Hey, Don, what the hell? Do all of these guys know what's going on? About the house secret and about how we're gonna run away? Yep. How? Emma told them. Norman, let's let the rest of the kids in on what's going on. Yo. Thanks to those two, I realized that Dawn, Gil, and everyone else are not actually as immature as we initially thought. Realistically speaking, if we really want to take everyone with us, we need them to be aware of our situation, possibly even have them help us with our preparations. What's more, Mama isn't focused on any of the kids other than us. I think this is one of the few things we can actually use against her. First, only 4 knew We used all of our possible resources. Come on, ask me everything. Ask me anything and everything. Anything? Yes, filters won't exist within this conversation between us. So even questions like how it feels like for adults to kill kids like us are okay with you. Nor video. Of course, like I said, I'll tell you just about anything you need to know. And even going all the way back then, that's why Norman asked that question, is to let the kids know that it was a shoot. This series is gold. He made use of that time. That was such a long time ago. That means I leave the actions up to you. As long as all eyes are on me, attention will be diverted from anything and everything other than me. These 2 months, the real guys that acted as Emma's right hand were... We managed to pull the rest of the kids in gradually over the course of the next 2 months. There's the wall. Yo, where's my dog Norman at, man? Don and I will climb first. Afterwards, we can hoist everybody else up. Everyone will be fine as long as we do just as we've been practicing. We're all gonna get out of here in one piece. Wait, huh? Everything's going to ashes. I've made a complete fool out of. They're still alive. Emma and Ray are still alive. Oh, thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness. As long as they're alive, I'll be able to catch them. As long as they're still in one piece. Yo, she doesn't even care. She doesn't care about the house. All she cares about is that her precious foods are still good. Emma, so you really did manage to get away with everyone, didn't you? But I'll make sure to catch you all. Oh, my precious little babies. I won't let a single one of you escape. Is this really everyone? Oh, God. Somebody stayed behind. Damn it. Mama! Phil was the one that they kept focusing on earlier in the arc. In the story. In the story, like they kept focusing back on the baby Phil for some reason. Let me upload what I have right now and I'll be back. I can't stop. Dude, man, I was legit pacing around my room waiting for this thing to finish. It's the greatness. Yo, but what are they gonna do with Phil? Because if they find out that Phil stayed behind, we know Emma's gonna go back. Emma's gonna go back for freaking Phil. God, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. Alright, let's go. 35. Yeah. Dude, this is a beast color page. It shows Isabella and Emma with like the flames going behind them. You know I gotta save this page. Dude, Promise Neverland is truly becoming a favorite of mine, man. This series is truly becoming a favorite of mine. I have been reading stories for years, and this series just continues and continues and continues to come to not only surpass my expectations, but to give me stuff that I'm just not expecting. It legit is giving me twists that I do not see coming. Like I have to respect it, man. I have to respect it. I love it. I love feeling this way. I love feeling that I don't know what's going to happen. Man, dude, Neverland. God, I love this series. We will not yield our burning wills. Let's go. We see the flames. We see Isabella with Phil, dude. This Phil character. I remember that they kept focusing on him bit by bit earlier in the story. Phil, the youngest ones aren't here. I've been thinking it over. The stuff you said to me before, I mean, it would be certain to if we try to take them along. Don't tell me we're not taking them with us. We're leaving the youngest kids at the farm. So Emma decided to leave them behind? Why? But that's not to say we're giving up. For now, we can't bring them with us. For now. About 1 month ago. Everything's so... It's not that Emma's just straight up leaving them behind. It's that, you know, with the way that Emma is, with the way this story goes, there's always some sort of plan for later on down the line. So Emma says that for right now, they can't bring them with them. So apparently they still have plans to eventually get back and pull them out of there. That's interesting. That is definitely a turn that I did not expect. Everything's gone well up to this point. All the kids over 5 years old are in on it. It came as quite a shock to some, but we've managed to get through it somehow. The next training exercise is also coming along. Thanks, both of you. So what comes next? Do we talk to them? All the youngest kids. Can we really make them believe us? And after that, we will hide it. And that's not all. Hey, can we really take them with us? I'm not saying I don't believe in Norman's plan or anything, but there's that cliff and it's winter, and Norman's not here either. The situation is already different from how it was at the start and continues to change. Before we've even left this place, we've encountered the unexpected. I've been wondering if we can really bring them along. I know it's late to be talking about this, but still, Ray said we can't bring them along just to lead them to their deaths, and I think he's right. But if we leave them behind, they'll get shipped out, you know? I know that, but still, even so, in the end, we can't just leave them behind. Ray's right, and so are you, Gilda, but I never want to see anyone else be shipped out again. That's right. We're going to take everyone in the family with us and run away together. Everyone? What's wrong? It's just, well, even that, what about the kids and the other plants? That's true. That's true. Can we really go with just us, the kids from just Plant 3? We've never met them, but they're right next to us, aren't they? And just like us, they're living their lives, not doing anything. Families just like ours. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. What should we do, Emma? That's actually a really, really interesting question being posed. Like, how do you think Emma's going to react to that? Yes, that's true. She's right. It's all true. That's how things are. And she's looking down to that thing, the thing from Norman. Could you call Phil here? Emma? I got something to tell you about the house and about Mama. I see. So that's what's been going on. So Phil was in on it. Since that day, I've been wondering about the harvest that the sister mentioned, and the time that she was taking you around in Ray's dresser, and I was so scared of what was happening with Mama, and you on the day that Norman left. I see. So Norman was harvested, and calling everyone else, and that's why. Wait. So Norman actually died? Nah. I don't believe it, man. I really don't. And that's why you were so... Phil, right now I have 2 ways forward to choose from, but I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Should we take everyone with us when we leave, even the babies? Or go leaving the youngest kids behind? We start being shipped out from the age of 6. Even for Manja, whose birthday comes soonest. She's got 1.5 years left at the worst. On top of that, 15 of us older kids will be gone. For this farm, the Gracefield house that values quality over quantity, they must surely decrease the pace of their shipments. In order to once again raise and present high-quality goods, they won't want to kill off any more of the young ones who show potential for the future. On that point, the 6 4-year-olds, starting with you all have pretty good scores. Even with our most conservative estimates, we think you have at least 2 years left. Emma, that's just... I'll wait for you guys. So just leave me here. So Phil was in on it. It's not that he was just left behind for no reason. There was a plan for it. We can't take them with us now, but we're definitely not giving up. So that's interesting. So they're gonna come back for them. So they're gonna come back for them eventually. So that means they have to come back to the Gracefield house eventually. That's crazy. Apart from Phil, none of them know a thing about the fire or about the secret of the house. Now, the only one I told was Phil. And I'm leaving what happens there up to him. Maybe leaving the youngest here at the farm. Oh snap, double page spread. But before 2 years are up, we will definitely return. And the next time, we'll be taking Phil and the rest of the family. Because of that, for now, we're living without them. And all the kids from the other 4 plants with us? Is she talking about destroying this farm entirely? Phil, where are the others? This way. Slippers, and his transmitter seems to be working in working condition. Mama! I see it's the 15 who are over 5 years old who've run away. The youngest don't know anything. I believe I have a rough grasp of their intentions. But to have already lost this much time, it already took me so long to retrieve the radio. There's something blocking the keyhole. Where's Emma and everyone? Yo, the keyhole. Dude, the plan, dude, the plan. It's like it was flawless. Man. Did Norman really die? Was this really Norman's final plan, man? Where's Emma and everyone? They're not with you. I'll go get them now. No, don't leave. It's alright, I won't take them anytime at all. Everyone, make sure you stay put, okay? Don't go anywhere. Don't let them get away. I absolutely can't let them get away. No matter how much time they've tried to make themselves amongst their number. Are those who are only 5 or 6 years old. There are limits to how fast they can move. By this time, at best, they probably just managed to get everyone on top of the wall. I can catch up. There's still plenty of time. There's no way down from that cliff. Anyone would give up upon seeing it, and it shows a young Isabella. I told you that they tried. I told you that she once thought the same thing. I told you that she once attempted the same thing. I knew it. I knew it. She was a young Isabella. But what if they didn't? Then there's only one place they can go. The only route they must have realized connects us to the outside world. Fortunately, plant number 3 is the furthest any facility can be from the headquarters. I'll preempt their actions, definitely capture them. This is 73584 from plant number 3. We'll cut those kids off before they can reach the bridge. There's been an escape. Sound alarm. Oh God, here comes the alarm. Goodness gracious! And now the other field houses are also, hearing this as well. The alert has gone out faster than we planned for. What do we do? We're still miles away from the bridge. Go ahead, just try and escape now, Emma. This is a notice to all personnel. We shall be dealing with this matter with the strictest vigilance. Oh God, these guys are getting involved. You may kill any child who is not exceptional. Capture them the moment you see them. And you see like a group of savages stood in the back as a freaking sword. Hold on. Before I move forward, I need to confirm it one more time. Let me go back to chapter 30 or 29 was it? I need to confirm it to myself about this Norman situation, man. I really do. I apologize for this, guys. It's lingering in my mind, and I can't stop thinking about it. It's time, Norman. Wait. Bro, this panel hurt me so much. It's all fine. Please don't ever lose hope. I was able to meet somebody like you after all. And it shows him right there, over here. Please wait for a little bit in this room, darling. It's time. Emma, Ray, everyone. And then we just see a what? A what? And then we see Norman's face. But we never get to see anything else. Unless there's a page missing. Unless there's a page missing. Other than that, that's it. You know. That's all we know. That's all we know. They're still looking for a body. But they keep saying that he's dead. The time, man. But I can't. How do you expect me to stop? Seriously, man. This series is too good for its own good. Here we go. The siren of death rings, reporting in to all workers. We have received intel from plantation number 3 that 15 children have escaped after causing a fire. 2 of them are top quality goods, yo. They are here. The monsters, the demons, they're here. We will now enter maximum security mode. Feel free to kill all of the ones besides, the top quality goods. But make sure you don't get a single scratch on any of their heads. Look at this. Look at these dudes. Capture them as soon as they're spotted. Don't you dare let a single one of them get away. The final game of tag begins. Yo, look at these dudes. Execution Part 5. We've been reported. We're still far away from the bridge. It's impossible we can't make it in time. At this rate, the bridge will be highly guarded by the time we finally reach it. What should we? Don't worry, we aren't headed towards the bridge anyway. They aren't headed towards the bridge. Where are they going? We'll get to the other side from here. From where? Are we crossing over? If we plan to escape, this bridge is our only shot. In other words, there's no way we'd escape by crossing over the cliff. Mama will think that. The guys at the HQ will think that too. That's why we won't go to the bridge. We'll escape to the other side of the cliff without it. I've checked the distance between our side and the other side. They aren't completely risk-free, but there are a few spots that look good. We also have plenty of time. They're gonna try the rope. They're gonna try the rope. What did I tell y'all? They're gonna try the rope thing, man. We'll be fine as long as we trained. So they whirl, they hit the tree, and it actually made it. So now they have to go across the tree. No, they're using the hanger to zip line across. First, only one person has to go. Let me be that person. Here we go. Dawn. Did he make it? He made it. He made it. Okay, now it's our turn to shine. Bubble. They're sending some soda rockets over there, man. It makes it. And then he continues to tie up even more. Okay, guys, get in line. Prepare yourselves. See you on the other side, Ray. And they're all going right down on the zipline hanger. Everything's going smooth. They're going to the other side. Yo, this is a genius plan. Why aren't they scared? Normal kids won't be able to do this. Why are they all so quick? They're so confident and collected. I've had to take care of all of the training and other miscellaneous preparations. We will be fine as long as we do as we trained. These kids seriously have been preparing those whole 2 months. Yeah, man. While Ray and Emma were also going through their own struggles, these kids were also going through the struggle. They were making sure that this would go well, that it would go flawlessly. Man, what do you think? Norman, he's dead, bro. He's dead. He's gotta be. Flagnards, dog. What's with that face? I still can't believe I managed to actually trick you. I'll show you something amazing, huh? Amazing, isn't it? This clearly isn't a normal scene you're witnessing right now. It's the scene we both thought was impossible to witness. If it were just the three of us, honestly, three is our limit. But we had Emma on our side. She believed in all of us, so the kids believed in her too. She's so reckless and pure, and able to have so much faith in everybody. Isn't it amazing, Ray? We don't have to give up. Do it, bro. He's dead, man. I don't want to believe it, bro. I don't. But, like, whenever you see those moments, man, it warms your heart, bro. You find them? No, keep looking. Part the grass and keep looking. Why haven't they shown up yet? Are they planning on hiding in a different plantation until things calm down, or it can't be? 5 more. We're going at a good pace. At this rate, we'll be able to disappear before anyone realizes what's going on. As long as we keep up this pace. Okay, you're next up, Jemima. Emma, what do I do? My hands. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. When I remember how high up we are, I just keep thinking about what happened if I fell. If we shoot. No worries. I'll go with you, so don't worry about it. Ray. Emma, you still have the rope we used to pull everybody up before, right? Yeah. Tie that around me and Jemima so that we're bound together. Do you know how to cross? I've learned from watching the others. How about you guys? Will we be okay alone? That's the spirit. Heck yeah, we will. Okay, here goes Jemima. We can't change our fate no matter how much we curse it. It's a simple, endless battle until our deaths. We can only give up on the impossible. Baseless hope leads to nothing but destruction. I was scared to simply do nothing. I couldn't chase my ideals because I didn't feel like they were possible. But what if they are? What if I can actually hope? Hope for a dreamlike future where not a single one of us dies. But what about Norman, bro? Thank you, I finally understand now. I've lost to you, Norman. Death can't wait. He got to him. His message got across to him, bro. Ray understands, his purpose in life right now, man. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. What if I can actually hope? Greatness, man. This series is greatness. I will escape with these siblings of mine, and we see Mama running. I'll do all I can. I'll protect everybody. And will another sibling of mine ever die again? We'll survive in this outer world, and we'll definitely succeed in our planes. They're gone. They made it. Let's go, Emma. Goodbye, Mama. Yo, they actually made it. They escaped. They escaped. Through all of that, through all the beginning of the series, we made it. We're out. Chapter 36, next chapter ends the escape arc. Oh man, if that's the case, I gotta end it. I gotta end it next chapter. Neverland, man. This freaking series. Oh, another color page I need to save. I'm saving every Neverland color page because they're all gorgeous. This one's a cover though. The Promised Neverland, man. I can't even begin to explain the emotions, the roller coaster, the twists and the turns that this series has given me. I can't predict it. I can't predict it. I don't even know if Norman's dead or not. I don't even know if a character is dead or not. It's like if he died, it was like a perfect send-off. But me, I was so invested into his character, I don't want him to die, man. Oh, God, look at this color page. Goodbye, Gracefield House. It shows it in flames. Goodbye to our beloved home. The rabbit Connie's smiles, memories in the cursed birdcage, all up in flames at once. And you see this gorgeous color page, Escape. A special color spread to celebrate the success of TPN, The Promised Neverland, and you see them. Alright, I'm saving this too. Yeah, I have to. I have to save this too. Guys, man, this series, man. It says finale. Escape finale. I was about to say. Escape finale. Memories of a tune from the past. What a pretty melody. Isabella? This is what I've been waiting for. Isabella's past. I heard you as I was climbing this tree and I couldn't help myself. Sorry. You really scared me there. Hey, what's that song called? I haven't really thought about it. Leslie, did you compose that song? Yeah. Whoa, that's amazing. Let me hear more of it. Yo, Isabella's past, I'm telling you. Isabella went through every single thing that we're going through right now. She had to see I guarantee you, she had to see all of her friends get harvested as well, man. Which is why, like, whenever she saw Emma right there, like, she felt sorry for her right there, whenever they were in the bed. Because she went through that. I guarantee you she went through it, man. Okay. But it's kind of embarrassing, so don't tell anyone, okay? You see him sing. I loved Leslie. I loved my home. And you see everybody, all the kids. I loved. And then she looks out just like Norman did. And we see her mama doing this. And then she gets shipped out. I could stay strong because I had that tune with me. Man. And then we see the training that she had to go through in order to become a mama. I'm just wondering who the father is. Who is the child? Number one, who's the father? And number two, where is the child and who is the child? I could stay strong because I had that tune with me, man. Isabella's past. She's such an interesting character. I will leave plantation number 3 to you starting from next month. I have no regrets after all. This was the path I chose for myself. I can't change the world. What would my death do? If anything, I need to make the best of what I have. I must provide all of this love, all of the love inside of me. I must let them live as long as possible. These children know nothing. He's no longer around. I must live for myself and to give purpose to Leslie's life. Ray, where did you learn that tune? That's why Ray kept saying that he has, out of everything, like, remember when he kept saying that he remembered little things? Whenever he was a kid? That it was a rare phenomenon? Oh my god, yo, he's Isabella's child! No way! This mangaka had it planned from all the way back then! When Ray kept talking about it! saying how he remembered certain things from back then and he saw all of it go and happen and go down. On how he got the inside look, the inside scoop of what was happening over there in the headquarters and everything. It makes sense, guys. It makes sense. Wow. I mean, another slap in the face. I can only imagine how that must have made Mama feel. Especially with the fact that Ray could have just died. And no, right now Ray escaped. Mama, why did you give birth to me? Holy flag darts. Isabella, man. It's like, oh, with the way that the series is written, you want them to escape because you want them. You know, I'm emotionally connected to Emma and the rest of the squad. But with Isabella, man, it's like you have to understand where she's coming from too, bro. Like she's held against her will right now, man. She went through the same thing that they went through. I knew she had a past like that. And I started thinking about it whenever I bought Volume 1 and I saw the very first page. I said, of course, Isabella must have gone through something very similar. The numbers on her neck. How she had to become a mama. How she kept telling Emma to become a mama because she must have seen herself in Emma. Which is why she was able to, sympathize with Emma so much. She saw so much of herself in her. Man, but for Ray to be that kid... I don't even remember if that was stated before, but my mind is blown. Jeez. This freaking series. So that I could survive. Wait. Now that's a response. Mama, why did you give birth to me? So that I could survive. I wanted to live longer than anybody else. I was so unbelievably frustrated to find out that he had been killed. I can't do or change a single thing, and that's exactly why. I wanted to do the least I could do to live as a human they couldn't eat. But I suppose it doesn't really matter anymore. This is my defeat. She's actually giving up. Those children have escaped. I am now a useless keeper who couldn't protect her own goods. Just now all of my efforts to reach the top have been utterly destroyed. No matter how hard I tried to capture those children again. Perhaps if I had kept Crone around, if I hadn't let Norman see the other side of the wall that day, the results may have been different. No, it's useless to think of what ifs. In any case, it still remains true that I wasn't able to see through the growth of those children. This is my defeat. Mama, look. They were so small. All of them used to be so small. I wish I could have just loved them normally. It's like when you read something like this, it makes you sympathize with Mama, man. You're like, Black Nards. Farewell. It's like inside her heart, she's kind of happy they escaped. You know she is. Inside her heart, look at the smile. Farewell, stay safe. If the world will permit it. I sincerely hope you all find a light at the end of the tunnel, man. Isabella. Emma. Mama, don't worry, darling. They've all made it out safely. Mama. I'm sorry, children. You must have been scared in this cold dark. And you see, so pretty. I've never heard the song before. Yes, this is Mama's favorite song. They won't come after them for a good while. There's no way they'd guess that those children would escape from the cliff. I've already collected the remaining ropes. Wow, she really hated their escape. They'll all be searching all over for the kids within the plantations for a long time. This is the end of what I can do. Please do your best to escape. Isabella, bro. It's like one chapter completely made me like, yeah, Isabella. Oh, series. Go as far as you possibly can. We did it, Norman. We've made it outside. It's been 3 months since that night. We're still alive and living outside. There won't be any shipments here. I never want to feel like that again. Ray is still alive. We don't have to shut our eyes on the impending deaths of our friends anymore. No longer. We're free. We're all free right now. But this isn't the end. Once we're outside, there's a world full of demons waiting out there. We humans are prey. Living outside means we have to keep earning our lives to survive. We have no home, no food, not even a society that we'll be able to integrate ourselves into. From now on, this is how we live. We have to do everything ourselves. Ah, how cruel, and yet how marvelous it is to live like this. It might be rough, but we will succeed, and eventually we'll definitely return to Grabville and the others. Look! Today is our first day. Here it goes. Yo, they're seeing the outside world. This is an amazing free spread. This is our first independent morning. January 15th, 2046. 15 humans have escaped from the Gracefield plantation, and New Beginning shows itself along with the rising sun. Expect another color spread next issue. GF House Escape Arc. End. God, I feel like this series just ended, bro. I legit feel like the series just ended when it feels like it also is only just beginning. I tell you what, guys, man. This series, to me right now, is beyond that of something just a special series, man. I don't think I've ever seen a series, especially in Jump, carry the very essence of the magazine while also telling a completely different type of story. Death Note was a very, very different type of story. And I always look back on that whenever I think of like one of those unique, and whenever I'm talking about Jump, I'm talking about in recent history. You know, I haven't read every single series in Jump, of course. I'm talking about in recent history. Death Note was a very unique series, but I feel like it lacked the essence of a Jump, of like a Jump, of what a Jump protagonist is supposed to represent. Emma and the themes of the series represent everything that this magazine represents, and it still manages to tell this insane, gripping, thrilling type of story with also, because usually when it comes to thrillers and suspenseful series like this, it lacks good characters. It rides all on its story. This series has managed to give me an amazing and incredible thrill, an insane suspense, cliffhangers up the wazoo, and characters that I can really invest myself into, characters that I truly, truly love. Characters that whenever they die, I'm stuck in denial for the entire freaking time I'm doing live reaction because I don't want them to be dead. Like now, after finishing this and after finishing this arc, I understand that Norman is gone. That Norman is dead, man. And I didn't want to believe it because I didn't see it with my own two eyes. But Norman is gone, man. And the way that it was built up was amazing. Chapter 30 was phenomenal. I mean, the feels with Emma, you know, the tears. But Norman's plan, you know, they managed to escape. And Ray being Isabella's son. It made everything that we heard before made sense. And how he knows so much. And then Isabella herself, I told y'all, I knew it. I knew in Isabella's psyche. She felt sorry for them because she had also been in that situation, and she's happy for them. She's happy they escaped. They made it, man. They escaped. This series is so amazing, man. And I truly do mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. Like there's a lot of series that I tend to watch, and there's a lot of series that I read. And there's a lot of forgettable ones, there's a lot of unforgettable ones. To me, this is one of those unforgettable ones, and I'm only 37 chapters in. My favorite thing about stories has changed from whenever I first started reading this, and really getting invested in stories. When I was younger, my favorite thing about stories was being immersed, and it still kind of is. Being immersed in a story, and you know, forgetting about time. Like right now, man, blasted through 2 hours. I'm gonna have like less than a couple hours of sleep before work. I don't even care. Getting immersed, getting completely into it, man, and forgetting everything else. But also having a story that's just so good that it gets to you. And it changed from that into the past couple of years, just caring so much about the characters, and the characters make the story, and the characters. As long as the characters are good, it will always be good. And then you give me a series like The Promised Neverland that focuses on both. Focuses on giving me characters that I truly love and I'm so like invested in. Emma, protagonist that I truly care about, and her ideals. That she carries the ideals of Shonen Jump, but she's intelligent, she's smart. She has a reason, she has motivation for doing what she does. It's like I look here at Emma's character arc in this entire thing right here, and I just think back to Vinland Saga. I think back to Thorfinn and Vinland Saga, of how like the first 54 chapters of that really led to what Thorfinn would become later on down the line, and that just right here reminds me of what happened right here with The Promised Neverland. I feel like all of this right here was just a build up to what's actually going to go down right now in the story. Like them finally leaving that house was like the beginning, you know? Like it looks like the story is actually about to begin now. And it like Norman dying and everything that they had to go through was all for her development as a character, in order to make her strong enough to be able to face what's actually out there now. And I'm 100% behind her journey, man. You know, I can honestly say that I love the series, man. It has me invested. It has me so invested. It has me invested to the point to where it's my profile picture on Twitter. I promote it every chance that I get. I look at this volume every day, and it makes me proud to be a fan of this medium. I really like Promised Neverland, man. I really, really do. It's something that I needed. It's something that I needed. It's a great story, and as a conspiracy type of theorist that I am, or whatever, and just a person who loves stories, and loves great like characters, and just everything everything about this medium. It does it so well, man. Like I it's incredible to me, like I said, because it feels like the series ended right now, but it feels like it's also a brand new beginning. It's like the way the Toriko ended. Like now everything truly begins. Yo, man. Shout out to Norman for being the GOAT, bro. That scene he had with Ray a couple of chapters, and then in that last chapter when they were escaping. Those Norman scenes hurt, man. When Emma was talking to him, and that one Emma's face that she put on for whenever Ray asked her, like, yeah, you haven't given up, have you? And you saw like Emma with like that savage face. I was like, yeah. Neverland greatness, man. I'm so happy, and I honestly feel blessed by the fact that I'm able to have this on the channel. I'm able to have my entire Promised Neverland experience here on the channel, because it's a special series to me, man. It really, really is. There's just something about this series that connects. Maybe it's because it reminds me of like my childhood or whatever. That it just connects to me. It connects to my inner child, and in the way that a Jump series should connect to your inner child, in the same way that like One Piece does, like Gintama does, and whatnot. This series truly does, man. And 37 chapters in, I can truly say that this series is awesome sauce to me. I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out, but what I can say is that the first arc of this series, the first 37 chapters of this series, were freaking phenomenal, man. Absolutely awesome sauce, and I would recommend it to anybody who's not even somebody who's not even a fan of this medium. When this stuff gets animated, it is Promised Neverland's gonna become the next big thing, because it's that good. It's that good. I will see y'all next time, man. Thank you so much for being patient with me. This was the best possible way I could have come back onto the scene, man. You know, with everything that's been going down in life as of late, I didn't think I would be able to come back on here for a while, man. And I'm glad I set apart some time tonight to now it's early morning, but to react to this, man. It's something I'll be thinking about tomorrow, and I'm grateful and I'm thankful for the fact that I was able to do this. This is another one of those series that just makes you happy. It just makes you proud to be a fan of this medium, and some great stuff, man. I'll see y'all next time. Promise Neverland, awesome sauce. This series is beyond godly, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Can't wait to see what the next arc has for us. Now they're outside. Now we're gonna find out about the world of the Promised Neverland, man. It's gonna be goat, dude. It's gonna be goat.